Hello, this is a video demonstration of the one game, one run DAT generator. So first of all, I'd like to thank you for those of you that responded to the Reddit thread that I posted asking for an expression of interest. It was good to have some interaction with people about this for the first time. So we can start. So the user selects the platform. Currently we only have the 3DS. You select your regions you want to include. So we'll go through all of them. So currently the only regions I'm focusing on are USA, Europe, Japan and worldwide. And you select your priority. It automatically selects it. I just need to finish coding the priority for worldwide. There. We'll start with physical only. So, excuse me. Physical only and digital only are what you would expect from existing one game, one run tools. So from no intro, you would typically get your DAT file or redump, and then you'd run it through your preferred one game, one run tool, and it would filter out using whatever logic it's using. So here it's using the grouping method, not the naming method. So we'll go for initial release and we'll run that. And we'll save it to a desktop. And there you can see you have a DAT generator. It's a familiar format. That's by design. So I've chosen to use the same format as no intro and redump because it's what people are used to. So it's always easier if people are used to that. The comment tells you what option you've chosen. So it tells you you've got your platform 130, which is Nintendo 3DS, regions you've chosen to include, region priority, release type, physical only, revision version is initial, and total games are 939. So if we choose Ace Combat, we've got the base version of Ace Combat. So there. Excuse me. If we choose Super Smash, it's another good game to look at, especially with physical. And you can see we've got the base version of Super Smash there. Okay. Refresh. I'm not sure you have a digital because that pretty much works the same. And there is an assumption that you are familiar with DAT files if you're watching this video. So, okay, let's start again. So let's this time go for the same options and look at the interesting part, or what I think is the more interesting part of the video. So here because we've detached from no intro, we're no longer limited by looking at the pre-existing DATs in isolation. So before you could run one game, one run on your physical DAT, one game, one run on your CDN DAT. But if there was a physical and digital release of the same game, you'd have, for example, 2 copies of Ace Combat, 2 copies of Super Smash. So one would exist in physical, one would exist in digital. This does it differently because it's grouped using a database, the games together using a group ID. So we're able to look at the platform as a whole and create or produce 2 DAT files. So the options are only include digital if no physical exists. So we have physical DAT as all digital, physical DAT as all physical and digital DAT as digital only, or we can only include physical if no digital exists as well. And we'll go with initial release. This time we get a zip file because we've got 2 DATs that exist in the file. So if we go to the physical one, as you know, 3DS uses the .3ds here. And you can see here that we've got these games here. So all of these games should have no physical version. Sorry, no digital. Sorry, we've prioritized physical. Let me just check, losing my train of thought. Yeah, so we've prioritized physical only here. So we've done that now. There. Okay. And then if we look in the digital release, we'll see that Ace Combat, Super Smash doesn't exist. Ace Combat doesn't exist because we've chosen to preference the physical release over the digital. Okay, so go again. And this time what we'll do is we'll choose 3DS worldwide, and I'll just show you if you go digital only, and we'll go with the initial release, same again, that file. So this time, if we look for Ace Combat here, it doesn't exist in the physical. I'll close that down. Oh, no. And then if we open the digital, then we have Ace Combat in the digital. So it swapped it across, and you can see it's in the 3DS CDM format. What you'll notice as well is that it's saying plus. Okay. What I'm doing when I'm grouping the games together is I'm grouping what I call expanded revisions, so revision expanded. So although it's not seen as Rev 1, it is a revision of the same game. So it's the latest revision of Ace Combat, Assault Horizon Legacy. If we look for Super Smash, we're going to see Super Smash here. Obviously with the digital versions, to my knowledge, beyond one game, there are always only one single version of the game because it's automatically updated as you download it. Okay, so what I'll show you now is how revisions work as well, because I think that's quite important to see. So we'll go for here again, select worldwide, and we'll do the same. That we'll choose physical because obviously digital is not really good. And here's how we're going to choose a latest version. And what I'd expect to see now, if I search for Super Smash, then you can see you get Rev 11. Okay, so you can see that when you prioritize in the physical, then you get in the revision version. Obviously Super Smash is a good example because you've got lots of different revisions with that version. Okay. I'd like to thank you for your time. I hope you've enjoyed the demonstration. Let me know your thoughts in the feedback. You can either comment on the video or you can talk to me in the Reddit thread that we've got in ROMs. It's a slow process, so it's by no means not a fast process. So it does take time to form the relationships between the game and the group ID. There's a lot of background research going in as well, particularly for Japanese games, particularly in CDN as well, because there's a lot of relationships that are missing there or incorrect. So accuracy is what's most important to me. So if you're looking for a quick fix for all systems, patience will help. Patience will help, for sure. All right. Thank you for your time. And I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.